Jeffrey Sees You Reading Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins.
Well, why are you reading that? It's all fake. He's overtraining.
But Jeffrey's a It's discipline that he needs. Jeffrey is the perfect example of the modern man. He's weak, he's submissive, he's feminine. He chases comfort just like Asian men chase white women. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I've been a for most of my life. Please believe me when I tell you that life is so beautiful when you stop being so much of a you start leveling up your discipline skill. And yes, it is a skill. Discipline is a skill, just like the skills in the video games that we used to play. And we can level it up through getting experience in the real world. Life feels so different now. But I really struggled at first, going from video games to weightlifting, drugs to reading, binge eating disgusting, unhealthy food to eating a diet which is relatively clean. And now I feel so much better. Not only does it feel like I have more respect from the men around me and more attraction from the girls around me, I just like myself more. I feel like I'm good enough. Adonis. How do you say that word, bro? Epitome. Adonis is the epitome of discipline. He conquers challenges. He does the hard work, especially when he doesn't feel like it. Hell, Adonis does the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. He got your back, don't worry. But no one is born with discipline. Adonis had to level himself up. He had to set himself uncomfortable, painful challenges. And because of that, he leveled up his discipline skill. Here's the best benefits of being more disciplined. Number one, you feel proud and you respect yourself more. You begin to start feeling good enough to be around people. Number two, you enjoy the hard work more. You literally begin to have fun through these self-improvement habits. And number three, you get more results from the gym, from your business, from your studies, any venture that you're currently on, because you're way more consistent and you're putting in more work. So you're a right now. The modern world hasn't conditioned you in the same way it would have 100 years ago. Men today are weak. Why? Because every single technological advancement has been made for comfort. We are a comfort-seeking society, and you are the victim because of this. Comfort is the killer of man, and this is why we're all what we need more than anything is discipline. I spent the past few months thinking about what is the number one trait, the skill, the virtue that Adonis has that we all need to recreate. Is it honor, morals, justice? It's discipline. To achieve anything else in life that we want, we need discipline first. That is like the cornerstone, the key skill that we first need to develop before we can go ahead and do anything else. I've often said that step zero in anything that you want to achieve is to improve your mental health. But to improve your mental health, you need discipline. Whatever we want, we need discipline. And discipline is a scarce resource, especially amongst men. Like, I honestly think young women are more disciplined than young men these days. And that is embarrassing. If I am talking about you, if you can relate to this and you actually think, wait, like he's actually right, like girls are more disciplined than me these days. Trust me when I say, you will not be getting much enjoyment out of life. You're voluntarily putting yourself in that submissive feminine position that strips men of their fulfillment. When you become more disciplined, everything else lines up. So how do we become more disciplined? Discipline is the skill of doing the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Whenever there is a task to be done, but your brain generates the thought, the negative thought that it doesn't want you to do that task, that is when you must do that task. You get this opportunity maybe 100 times a day, and most of us are failing that opportunity. When you think of a task, a challenge, and it could be as simple as getting up out of bed, it could be putting your phone down and actually doing some work. It could be going to the gym. It could be going on an adventure. It could be going to ask that girl out. When you think of a task and your brain generates thoughts, that is your opportunity. That is your call to action to think, wait, you bitch brain, fuck you Jeffrey brain, I'm gonna go do the hard work, especially because I don't feel like it. And every single time you go and do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it, you get some experience in the discipline skill. Just like a video game, you get XP, you get 5 XP every single time you defy the lizard brain. But right now, you are at a low level in this discipline skill, and this is where it gets tricky, because leveling up your discipline skill is very, very much linked to ignoring your ego. You can only go and do the tasks that are currently reasonably unreasonable. They have to be within your reach. The issue with discipline is that you are looking amongst other men and seeing how disciplined they are, and then thinking that you have to match to them. Young men are so confused because of social media, because you see other men doing things that you feel like you should be able to do, that you want to do, but you can't do. And so you stay in this purgatory mode where you can't go ahead and like do anything. It's like the fat guy who thinks the workout is going to be too hard, so he doesn't go and work out. What advice would you give him? There's a fat guy who wants to go work out, workout, but in his mind, the workout is 2 hours long. It's some grueling fucking session that he doesn't feel up to it right now, so he doesn't go and work out. So what advice would you give him? It doesn't have to be that hard. A 2-hour workout's fucking insane, bro. We've been training for years, and like a 2-hour workout is like not something that I do often. So to this fat guy who barely works out, I would personally tell him, bro, just get into the gym for 5, 10, 20 minutes. That's progress. That's discipline right there. You, fat guy, fatty, you would get some discipline XP if you went to the gym for literally 5 minutes today. You don't have to go and do the full 2-hour workout. And the same advice goes for you. When you think of that assignment, that task, that work project that you keep delaying, it's because you think of the height of the discomfort. You don't want to sit down for 2 hours and fry your brain, and so you don't do it. And every single time you miss that call to action, every single time you get the opportunity to increase your discipline skill and you don't take that opportunity, you lose discipline XP because your Jeffrey brain has won. And this is a constant battle. Your Jeffrey brain will constantly send you messages like, no, don't do that work yet, do it later. Oh, maybe we'll go to the gym at 3 p.m. instead of every single time you listen to that fucking Jeffrey brain, you lose discipline XP. This is like a constant ebb and flow. Most guys long term are just going down and down and down and down. A lot of guys on self-improvement do get some bursts of going up, but generally they're going down and down and down and down. You need to conquer your mind. You need to realize that your mind and the thoughts that you hear are not always on your side. And I'm not gonna lie, I think most of the time they're not on your side, and this is fucking insane. If you can grasp this, you can conquer the rest of self-improvement without my help. I've heartlessly said before that this is the cure to depression that no one speaks about. But doctors will put you on antidepressants, but they'll never tell you about progressive overload. Depression and being down bad is simply your discipline scale being reset all the way down. The issue is that when your discipline scale has been reset all the way down, our ego's still up here. And so we won't do the things that would help us right now because we still look to those things that we used to do. If you feel down bad right now, if you feel like you've got symptoms of depression right now, I guarantee that you will not be able to do the things that you used to do a year or two ago. You used to be able to hit a full workout. You can't even imagine that right now. All you have to do is just keep leveling up your discipline skill, doing the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. So the hard work for you right now might literally just be to make your bed. And this is that famous cringy advice that so many guys ignore because it's so, cliche. This is the value of making your bed. It doesn't make you a better person or anything, but it's the first step that gives you just a little bit of discipline XP to get the ball rolling. You have to get those small wins. Too many guys have this ego that this is serious, that literally keeps them stuck in an unideal life for years because they refuse to lower the barrier of success. You can't go and do a full workout. You have shown that to us. You've wanted to hit that full workout for fucking months, but you haven't, which shows that it's too out of your reach right now. But you have the capacity to do one single push-up right now, but your brain will tell you, oh, but the push-up is not going to do anything. And there we go. So you'll stay stuck. So you won't do the push-up. So tomorrow you won't do the second one. And then you will stay exactly as you are today. That first push-up is going to come either today or a year from now. If you want to waste a year of your life, then that's on you. Discipline is the skill that will get you out of those bad fucking moments that we've all been through. It's just that the ego, the Jeffrey brain convinces you that the things that you need to do right now are not good enough. It makes fun of you for them. It says, wait, this video's stupid because he's saying to make your bed, but making your bed doesn't do anything. And Hamza's saying to do a push-up, but push-ups won't give you gains. You have to reduce that barrier of success. It's the hard work that you can do right now that you don't want to do. Do you not see that's the same concept? It's the hard work that, especially when you don't feel like it, and your Jeffrey brain will tell you, wait, we don't feel like doing this because it's not going to help. I hope this helps. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.